Bet Odyssey is a cloud tipping platform that is designed to automate the form guide review process. So what that means is it allows for users to enter in their own personalized selection criteria, and then the system will use technology and what we call multi-threaded algorithms to churn through all the millions of data points and come up with selections automatically. So the user doesn't have to sit there and physically go through the process themselves. So it saves users time, and it also helps them improve their winning strike rate because they don't miss out on any opportunities. So the main focus around Bet Odyssey is using technology. So rather than the typical tipping services that might have individuals going through form guides and coming up with their own selection, which is a one-to-many relationship, Bet Odyssey works by customizing the selections based on the punter's individual requirements. And it does this by using multi-threaded algorithms and AI technology to sift through the data and to identify the selections that match perfectly with what a customer wants. So it's a one-to-one relationship with the customer. At the same time, what it also does is it goes across all of our platform and all of the recommendations that customers identify, and it bubbles up the best of the best across the entire platform. So it's very similar if you think to a Google search. The most popular searches come at the top of the Google list. So Bet Odyssey does a very similar process where it goes through and identifies the most popular tips across the entire platform. And then it creates things like exotic profiles, and it creates things like value tips and best favorites of the day and those kind of areas that people may want to have a look at. So Bet Odyssey is really designed for everyone. So it's designed for the people that are at a barbecue or hanging around with mates or at the pub that don't really have time and don't really want to spend time going through the form guide. So those people can look at the automated best of the best across the platform, and they can receive recommendations. So if you know nothing about horse or sports betting, Bet Odyssey will deliver recommendations that others have come up with on a popularity basis. It's also designed for the professionals, the people that want to spend time and effort going through form to find their specific requirements. It automates that process and saves people literally hours a day by doing that process. So the advantage of Bet Odyssey, again, is that it's an AI-driven technology platform. And so the algorithms have already been built, the technology platform's been built. So for us to bolt on additional sports categories is actually very simple, and we can spin that up very quickly. So we see opportunity in the US market in the 4 key sports categories being gridiron, baseball, basketball, and ice hockey. And so the strategy will be to bolt on these additional data feeds into the existing Bet Odyssey infrastructure, which we can quickly spin up. And then that will create value for the US punters. So the funds are going to be used predominantly to increase our sales and marketing activities, to also integrate additional sports categories within the application, and to expand into the US market. So currently we already have existing daily active users. We have a fresh new paying monthly subscribers as part of our SaaS model. And we also have paying advertisers that have just come on the platform. And we've really only started promoting the service since July. So in the first few weeks, we've had a really positive response, both in terms of our subscriber base growing from a zero base, and also from our advertisers growing as well. So we're interested in the ASX as a potential exit strategy for our investors. One of the main reasons is because the existing market right now is quite buoyant when it comes to betting and gaming stocks. If you look at some recent examples of companies that have gone public recently, companies like PointsBet or BlueBet or even BetMakers, those companies which are in the sector that we're in are at close to all-time highs. So there is a strong appetite for this type of category on the ASX. We also believe that the product that we provide, because of Australia's strong connection with betting, both racing and sports, there is a strong appetite for the Australian investor to look at these types of companies. In order to get to that stage, we obviously need to grow our revenue, and we need to get it to a certain point where it becomes obviously meaningful for us to go public. But remember, our model is a freemium model. So effectively, any user can use the application for free, and that's via an ad-supported service. And then those that choose to sign up via subscription, it becomes a software as a service platform. And that's typically a high margin, low cost business model that's recognized globally as one of the best models in technology to go to market with.